But instead, I can sit back and laugh at it. And then I can kind of just take the high points of all my friendships and put it in an hour and get some type of nutrient out of it. And then I'm going about my day. You know what I mean? And this is what being a friend versus being a fan is. I think I don't have a healthy understanding of what both mean at the end of the day. Friendship versus fanship. Friendship versus fanship. I think I'm going to call this podcast, this episode, Friendship versus Fanship. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I've been, have you ever signed an autograph? I have. It's been years since it happened. But, I don't know if it was a basketball game. It might have been a basketball game or a volleyball game. And we were just, in the newspapers a lot. We were on TV a lot. And this is the late 90s, and this is in, the eastern part of the United States, northeast. And the local newspaper, or the local news, which was, this same news, they do the news for the entire state. At least for mainly on our part of the state. And they have this segment called Varsity. And it's just like where they highlight high school sports. And in particular, my volleyball team was very, very popular. We had been undefeated. I think we had an undefeated season. We went all the way to states. We had an All-American on our team. And we were just every single week, no matter what, no matter who we played, we were just getting like news coverage. The news, they would be at our volleyball games. They would, do video segments on us, do after game interviews, and then later on that evening when they do the high school sports on the sports section, it would be, I've been on the screen a couple of times, and it would just be talking about us, and then you go to the newspaper, it would be a big spread in the sports section, and this was happening like every single week. So we was just, when it came to volleyball season, we were just on a high. We weren't oblivious to fame. We just knew, when these girls have a game, it's going to be seen, it's going to be coverage there. And, you get to that place where younger kids will come, like, can I have your autograph? Because they're just hearing so much about you. They're seeing so much about you. And, you slip your headphones off your head and you can get a pen and sign your little name on something. And you get a second, you get like a whiff of what that life is like. Like for me, it was kind of like, I slip my headphones off or whatever I'm listening to. I'm like, here, and I'm doing it, and it doesn't mean anything for me to do it. It feels like I'm doing a favor for a friend because that's my friend. But at the end of the day, it's like that same feeling, that same admiration. There has to be boundaries. There has to be trust around it. Because if you trust your fans like you would trust your friends, there's a more of a knowing in a friend than there is a knowing in a fan. Like a fan is just up front, and the fantasies that that weren't being challenged. Just like I tell you, I'm saying all these things, and I welcome a challenge. So I know where you're coming from. When people's fantasies are out of control about you, then they refuse to say anything, and they refuse to challenge you, or they mean you like general ill will. You're just like, hold up, this can be neither. This can't be, you're not a fan or a friend, you're a person who's created issues around my presentation. You conglomerated and ingested and congested the situation so much that it's just toxic to begin with. There's no attract. This is where attraction starts to fail, and then there is no stage. Once the attraction is gone, the stage is gone. And then you're looking at, demons now. Like, oh, this is a spiritual warfare. These are just demons who are just run amok. And then you look at yourself, like, what am I reflecting that is encouraging this behavior? You don't have to, reflect much for people to demonize and, come after you. They just want someone to take their issues out on. They just want to be big and bad where they're standing, and they feel they need to hurt you to do so. I used to do this pitch thing where I thought I was leading the planet like I'm walking my dog down the street. Nah. Because right where gravity pulls your eyesight down, right where gravity starts to bend and pull at the matter, so it's more in its sights, people will stand there and make the thing much more believable, much more heavier. And then real isn't just something you can feel with your hands. It's something that can kill you if it pushes on you. Real becomes like steel almost in the wrong hands. And you don't remember why you thought you can do that. It was just the bravado of the moment. You thinking your rap skills are way bigger than they should have been. Jesus. You trying to size up your own body when your spirit and your body are just too big for your reality. You have the spirit of a Barbie, but you have a body of an ox. Like you're trying to fit in to this arena. You have way too much strength. Everything is all over the place, and you're just trying to not secularize, but create a space for it that is more normalized. Normalcy and secularity are not the same thing. Normalcy is what you accept, what you've compromised. You've compromised enough where in a meeting of the minds, your body would agree. But that's not who I am. Being celibate and realizing and accepting pressure and the sufferers, you're not normal at all. There's no normalcy there. The attraction is very dangerous and is very odd. And in me welcoming in, I'm challenging myself to be this person. I challenge you to speak up and speak your mind and tell these people, fan or friend or foe, or however it's seen, I'm going to speak to you regardless. Regardless if you're spitting toward my presence or where I am, or you're just rejecting my word altogether, I'm still going to challenge the space you're in, even if you don't challenge me back. And that's what it is. I think I was just creating a challenge. Someone to say, you know what, I'm standing up for something. You can stand up for it too. That doesn't make you a fan or a friend. It's just a stranger, recognizing the needs of a fellow stranger. Strangerdom. Maybe that's the meaning of in between. Between fanship and friendship is like strangerdom. Because at one point you were both strangers to each other. Even strangers are attracted to strangers. That I've learned for a very long time. Alright, love. We're going to try to get some sleep and watch some Borgias. So, I love you. And I'll see you when I see you. Talk to you later. As much as I thought I could plan a podcast, that is not going to happen. I do not have the mindset to sit here. Chop up, block. How I'm going to tell you about weight loss and weight gain. Put on your favorite butt cheeks, put them on. These are my favorite butt cheeks, and I'm going to put them on. Put on your favorite butt cheeks, put them on. And these are my favorite butt cheeks, and I'm going to put them on.